Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of Cooks with Iron. I am about to expose myself here and let everybody know how unorganized and decluttered my kitchen is. I am ready to get rid of things. I am ready to reorganize my kitchen and to declutter stuff. So I want you guys to come with me. It keeps me a little more motivated. Through a lot of this, I'm probably going to play some music so you can just kind of watch and see what's going on. But I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you what my kitchen is like right now. It definitely needs to be cleaned, and then it does also need to be organized and decluttered. So I'm going to show you how I have everything set up and what the ideas are that I have for right now. So stick with me, and this may be more than one video. If it is, I'll post the two videos. But we'll see how long it takes me to get this done. It also may be a 1, 2, or 3 day process. We'll see how this goes. So hang on, guys, and let me show you what it looks like. Okay, first thing in my kitchen is I have this, what I would call a pantry. Not very big of a pantry. And then I have this right here beside my refrigerator. I hate this area. I do not know why when the house was built, they didn't build this all one big pantry or build a cabinet in there. But I hate this area, and that's why. Right there. It always gets cluttered up with stuff. Right here beside my refrigerator, it's got a gap. I used to have a rolling rack that slid in there that kept all of my stuff that goes under the kitchen cabinet. Broke apart, fell down. I finally put my stuff back underneath the cabinet. But so we keep a little step ladder there, mostly for my daughter. The refrigerator has got to get some of these magnets off. I feel like it is so cluttered up. I've got to get some of these magnets taken care of. Then here, these cabinets are fine. I have cups, bowls, and then plates. Everything's fine in there. I use that, and that's very usable in what I need. This is my spices. Valentine's Day. This is my spices, and I like this. I use it a lot. Just need to organize it and maybe declutter it a lot. Now down here, the drawers are okay with me for right now, but the doors are not. I used to have all of my pots and pans in there, but I use cast iron for almost everything that I cook. Well, I couldn't put the cast iron in here because every time I needed a pot, I had to pull them all out, put them all back in, and they were way too heavy. So I've got to find a different system before my cast iron, because for right now, leftover supper, chicken pot pie, cookies from Valentine's Day. So for right now, I put all of my cast iron, I stack it all up back here against the wall. I was digging for one, that's why all this is out. But I've got to find a different system. I'm tired of my cast iron being out here. Extra microwave, and I'll tell you why, and cookie sheets, cupcake tins, all of that. The reason why we have an extra microwave is because we have this one that's a Vinahood microwave, and it doesn't rotate anymore. The glass broke inside of it, and also our Vinahood drips down into the microwave every time that it rains. So we try not to use this one for the most part. These 3 cabinets here are all full of food. I tried to do the organizational thing, as you see this little shelf here. Didn't work. I've got this one, put another shelf there. Just, you can't stand anything up with the shelves there, so that doesn't help any of the process. I need to take things out like the steel wool, stuff we don't eat, put it somewhere. We've got this one. Now, the problem that I have is when I put food in here, I want to keep everything to the front so I can see it and not push anything to the back, especially up there. So it just leaves me just a little bit of space, and I need somehow to get some kind of baskets in here or something that I can pull out when I'm looking for a certain item. So, and then my next problem is, this is underneath where I got all my cast iron sitting at the time. Y'all, I've really got to sweep. That's another thing on my priority list in this kitchen. The drawers are not a problem, but then again, we have this. So every time I was looking for a can of peas to put in my chicken pot pie. And I was digging until I finally found 2 cans of peas. Well, I only needed 1. But the problem is I have to dig every time I'm looking for something. And I have to sit down on the floor and dig until I finally find it. I hate this being down here. Hate it. And then I've got some extra pots and, well, no, actually that one's got more food. The last one over there has got cookie sheets I don't hardly ever use, baking dishes I don't hardly ever use, because I keep my 5 gallons of water here. We don't have drinkable water here where I live, so I have to own one of these and water bottles. So I fill these up at my dad's well, and then we use this. This also goes along with the kitchen. Here's all of my cookbooks, some jelly I just canned. This has not very much in it. It's almost empty. It's got some vitamins in a couple of the drawers, so I can do something with this. Now, this is on into my dining room, but it's part of the kitchen. We have a big chest freezer here. I've got to get my daughter to clean her things off of it, put her items up. Then I tried this. I bought this shelf at Goodwill, and my husband put the wood planks in it for me. The problem is I tried to organize things out of the kitchen, bring them in here, put up these little buckets with signs, and it doesn't work. Nothing fits in there right. Everything falls over. It looks crowded and messy. I thought it would look better than that. It doesn't. Got to do something with this. Then this here is, guess what? More food. We've got snacks. We've got dehydrated food. I've got lunch boxes, oatmeal, and this is all my flour, sugar, noodle stuff that I use all the time that I really need in the kitchen, not over here. So I've got to get this in the kitchen, get some things out of the kitchen that I don't use very often over here. Now we're coming back to this big tall pantry again. I'll show you it. The problem here is the only thing that we use a lot out of here is cereal. Other than that, everything else is just thrown in here, and I never can find anything that I need when I'm using a blade to something, or I need a lid, I need a plug. It's all in here, but this is such a mess. I can't even find anything that I need, and I have to dig and dig and dig to find something. Right here next to the pantry, it's got candles in the bottom, don't ask me why, and nothing else, and this one 3-pot crock pot. So I need to do something with this area. Oh, up here, up above, there's like extra flour, extra sugar, light bulbs, stuff like that is in this cabinet. I don't know why. Okay, really have to start with cleaning up first. Trash can on the end. But then up here, stuff that just needs to be put up. Fingernail polish. Now this is a ice crusher. It's almost like a snow cone maker. My daughter uses this almost daily. She eats ice constantly. And I bought her this for her birthday or Christmas or something, and she uses it all the time. Stand-up mixer. I use it quite often. It doesn't have to be stored there. That's where it's at. Valentine's Day. And then this is Kool-Aid, bread, cookies, stuff back from Valentine's Day, lunchbox after school. So up here on top of my bar, I have things that are like these that hold all of my utensils. The problem is every time I pull a utensil out, more utensils fall out because I have way too much going on and they're not organized. I don't like them in a drawer because in a drawer, they just seem to get cluttered in there and I can't find what I'm looking for anyway. Okay, all of my knives are in here like this. I don't like a knife block. I never have knives that all match or anything. This flour needs to go back, way back on the wall, back over there. But I need to figure out a system with that. You guys, I'm telling you, you're seeing my mess here. Sink full of dirty dishes. I just had supper. I made this fruit stand right here with these jars and pie plates. I think that's what they were. I made this fruit stand. I like it. It just seems to be crowded with other things. I'm looking for a lid to that, so I can put that up. Husband's got a flashlight. Okay, bread. Husband's radio. And then here we are with the thing of clean dishes. Now, down here, that my daughter busted a balloon full of confetti. It's everywhere. Silverware, and then these three all have towels in them, like kitchen towels. Under the sink has under the sink stuff. Not a problem. Dishwasher. And then here, this stores all of my plastic containers. They are mostly organized. There is a mess to some of it because I have so many that mix and match and don't fit. I need to see if I can find a different system for this, throw some away. Let me see how this goes. And these are what I would consider my junk drawers. They are kitchen related items. Wait, let me rephrase that. Here's the balloons that goes to this hot air balloon Valentine's Day. But these are kitchen related items. You guys want to know about the burnt spot right there? Everybody see that? So there's also a burnt spot in the drawer. Go figure. So what happened was my husband was all here one night. My husband started smelling something. And he's like, I smell smoke. He jumped up real quick. And there was a battery, like a AA battery, and a lighter that was, this used to be like a junk drawer. And they touched each other and they started a fire in this drawer that was barely open and started burning up the thing. And good thing he caught that before it got too bad. Okay, so now that you've seen my kitchen, now that you see my situation, please bear with me. I am going to try to do something to maximize my space, to organize my stuff, and see how this turns out. I hope you guys stick with me. I'm going to try to, I think what I'm going to do is empty this out first. Set it on the table. And that way I can put all my parts and pieces together. And then I think I'm going to set on this shelf and bring my food over here, which makes so much more sense. So hang with me. Let's see how this goes. And I'll be with you guys in just a minute. Show you some progress. Okay, I'm going to start right here by cleaning off the table and having my daughter come and get her things that belong to her. Ava, come here and get your stuff. She's had a bunch of things out, and she needs to get those things and get them dealt with. I have one of these I never use. Get it to my friend. Get off my video.
Hey, I want you to. I'm having a bad attitude.
Ava. I'm going to get things out of this cabinet. Put them on the table. No. So this is what we have going on right now. On the very top up there has got 2 electric skillets that I don't ever use, but they're up there because we only have propane to cook with. In case we ever run out of propane, we have electric skillets. And then and I don't hardly ever get up in the top, so I want those to stay back there at the back. And then there's extra cereal bags, and then my cereal is right there all lined up. So I got all the cabinets wiped out. Now on the very bottom, I used to do cakes pretty regularly, but I don't do them as much anymore. So at the very back is all my really good cake pans And then at this front, in this little basket, has all of my colors, my ink, all my bags, all that kind of stuff. And I use these quite often, even when I'm decorating something for my daughter. So now I'm going to get food to fill this up with, and that way I've got more like a pantry. So let's get some of that done. Okay, so this is what I've started doing right here, is I've went to my cabinet down there that I do not like, and I've started getting all the canned jars out. For right now, I'm just throwing the fruit in this section, and this one I'm lining them up by product. And like, I don't have very many peas because we really don't eat a lot of peas. So I'm just kind of standing those things against the side wall so I can see how much of everything I really have. And that way I have a lot of fruit. What do y'all say about this mystery can here? I don't know what's in it. Think I should just cook it one night and see whatever we have is what's in it? Maybe I should open it one night when I have a soup. Maybe it'll be something I can add to a soup. Well, I can tell you one thing. I have plenty of green beans, plenty of black beans. So I guess that is something that probably every time I go to the store, I buy some. Because I think I'm going to run out. And everybody in the family likes black beans. So I guess that's something that I do, is grab a can of black beans every time I go to the store, which is not what I should do, I guess. So anyway, I'm going to keep emptying out. This is my second trip. Oh man, I wish that would fit. Oh, it does barely with that one. I'm stacking them 3 high here. Oh, sorry. Hope y'all didn't fall over there. So I'm going to see how far I can get on this, and then I'll bring you back and show you where we're at. But right now, that's what I've got going. Okay, now that I'm done, you can see what I've got here. I've got my 1 can of vegetables that I don't know what it is. And I've got my milk, which would be sweetened condensed milk or evaporated milk. Don't need to buy that for a while. I've only got 2 cans of tomato sauce. And then I've got all my cream of mushrooms right back there. I've got 2 rows of green beans. I've got a row of corn. At the very back on the top is peas. I've only got a couple of those. This whole row is black beans. This whole row is pears. My husband loves pears. If I'll just get them out and get them cold and he'll eat them. 1 can of pears on top. This is some more milk, either sweetened condensed or evaporated. And at the back of this is all beans. It's all like kidney beans. They go in soup kind of beans. I got a row of peaches, a row of mixed vegetables, and I've got 2 more cans of pears right here on top. Now, I've got that 1 cabinet over there cleaned out. Let me see what I can do with the extra stuff I've got over there, like ketchup, syrup, things like that, and see if I can get it to fit in here. I love this so much better than over there where I could never find anything. Now down here on the bottom is where I kept everything extra. Spaghetti sauce, mayonnaise, peanut butter, ketchup, A1, anything that I had extra, I put it down here on the bottom. So I'm going to get in here and get all this stuff. Barbecue sauce. There's a baking soda. This cabinet that I know I can put in here. I'm putting some spaghetti sauce all together, and then let's see. I don't know if I'm ever going to use this Gatorade. I bought it for an event or a function that never happened. So I don't know if I'm ever going to use that Gatorade. I'm not going to throw it away. I just don't know what I need to do with it. Okay, let me show you where I'm going with this. We have peanut butter and syrup right here in the front because we use this often for pancakes. I use this big one to refill this little one. And then that's where I put all my fruit at, as you've seen that. And then I've just put everything in there. I put mayonnaise together, ketchup. On the side here is A1 sauce and soy sauce. I didn't know I had this many of a lot of these. But now that I've got them out, I know that I do. So this is what I'm going to keep in here near the front. Stuff that we use often. Now, on to these next two shelves. See what I can put in here. Okay, I'm working on this shelf right here. The problem is I can only get 4 things in there at a time. So it's going to take me, I've got 8. So it's going to take me 2 shelves to put just my flour, sugar, coconut, things like that in here, and I can't get anything else. So I think I'm going to use this area here that I hate to put all of these on because I do use them often. Then that gives me a lot more space to put something that I can shut the door and cover up, because these would look okay sitting here. So let me clean this off, put these here, see how that goes. I just don't like them in there. If I would have thought about it, I would have put some plug-ins here. Now, we don't drink coffee, but I could have made this into a baking station, left my stand mixer there, anything, a coffee bar, anything like that. But there's no plug in here. It would reach behind the refrigerator, but I'm not pulling it out because we don't use this that often, this area right here. But it would have been nice to have thought about that beforehand. And trick number 2 is don't use those kind of lights. See those up there? They are like $11 at Walmart for 3 of them. And them things don't last but about 6 months, and they go out all the time. I hate those lights. I wish we would have never have done that, but that's the way our house was designed. So that's what we deal with for right now. So now I'm going to put these kind of things that I use often up here. It's flour, sugar, powdered sugar. This is oatmeal. We use it quite often. Elbow noodles. I pour them all into one of these. This one's heavy. That one's extra flour. So I definitely want to put it under the other flour. And leave the ones out that we use the most. So I'll leave the flour out. Let's see, put one flour back, leave one out. Oatmeal, that's sugar and powdered sugar. That's elbow noodles. And then I've got this one you're sitting on that's got rice in it. And then I have one, I'll have another one over here. I've got plenty of these. I would think that may be flour also. Looks like that one's flour. This one is instant potatoes. I had a big, huge box of those. Okay, so we'll stop there. And I'll leave those like that. I like that much better than fitting 4 in a cabinet. Now, you're still sitting on 2, but we'll see about that here in a minute. For right now, we'll leave these like they are. I may end up putting 2 of my flowers down here where I've got those few candles to just keep extra until I get it kind of tiered down a little bit. Okay, so I still want to get something in these 2 shelves. So I'm going to go find some food over here that I can put in here. And I may even do the snacks. My daughter has some snacks, and I may put those in here. That way I can put some stuff behind them that doesn't get used very often. I'll leave that Gatorade back there, and then I'll put extra lunch boxes back there. I hate having these lunch boxes out, but she has to have extra. Because if she ever forgets one at school, we've got to have one. Got to have an extra. These are what her snacks look like. Here's her little sign that's probably not going to hold up very well. We'll see how that does. Let me find the other one. Okay, that fit pretty good in there. And that'll help keep them from falling over. So I like that. I had these wire baskets in my daughter's room. Well, she quit using them. She had some little toys in them. So, I think I may. Use those for her noodles. Let's see if I can set these in here. Looky there. See what else I can find to put in there. Like that they don't come out very easy, but you know what, it's better than the way they were. I'll fill that up like that. Then I'll need a place to put these other few. Okay. Now I need a place back behind that there. I'm going to put something. So as I'm digging around, I'm going to find something I don't use very often and put it back in behind those two racks right down there. That worked out very well. I got a whole lot of stuff in there, and I got a whole lot of cabinets emptied. So let me see what I can do with this cabinet right here. Let's see what this one looks like right here. So I've got this one. It's got a little bit of, I hate these flashlights right there. I've got this one. It's got a little bit of space up top. So I've got 2 flowers, 2 coconut oils, and then it's got all of our sprays and stuff on the bottom that we need, all of our ant killers and stuff like that. I have 1 crock pot and all those candles. So I'm going to sit down and get all those candles out, and then I'm going to utilize this space right here. Alright, I got the candles out of the bottom, and I put this 3-piece crock pot on the bottom because I hardly ever use it. And I think this may be a big enough spot to put all of my cookie sheets and cupcake tins. I want one spot I can put them all and leave them because I don't hardly ever use them that often. And then I'll put something else down there by that 3-piece crock pot. And then I think that's going to be it for the night. And I say that's going to be it, and I kind of mean on videotaping, because look what I've done here. I've moved all that stuff from there over to here. So I've got to get this picked up so it's livable. And then I've got to get some of my table cleaned off. And I'm wearing down for the night. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to stop here, just clean this up, clean up from supper, and then I'm going to stop and I'll continue on here tomorrow. So let me just get some of this done, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe if you want to, and we'll see you on the next video, probably tomorrow. Bye, y'all.